This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. If you click on the link in the description below, it'll take you to their store and they'll know I sent you there. How about this pack? So, we don't really want the Oaf. He'll be good in like Legacy and Vintage. And I did in my top 10 favorite references in this set. He did make my list because he's fun, but I don't think we want him. I think what I'm really looking at here is Thundering Djinn, Man of War, and maybe Exclude to a lesser extent. Yeah, I think those are the cards I'm looking at. Knight of Old Benalia is pretty good too, but I think Djinn, Man of War, Exclude are sort of in their own level. So I could first pick a gold card. The chances of playing that are a lot lower, so maybe I should just take Man of War, which is like one of my favorite cards anyway. So I think I do like it a little more than Exclude. Pondering Mage also pretty good, but yeah, we're going to take a Man of War. Ooh, Icefang Coatl. What else we got here? I think we take the Coatl and see if we can make snow happen. It's really good. Even if you don't end up with enough snow, but you're blue-green, it's really good. But it's great if you end up with enough snow. It's a snow creature itself. Blue-green is the snow color pair. There's no premium removal in this pack. Igneous Elemental's probably in the conversation, but I think the Coatl's so good that we just want to take it, I think. We want to let it snow, Well... Here, I think the best card is probably Unsettled Mariner. It just makes things difficult for the opponent. Knight of Old Benalia is probably somewhere in there. And again, Igneous Elemental is too. The Mariner making it harder for people to kill your stuff is a nice little bonus. Yeah. There's no good... I don't want Iceberg Cancrix. It's not the snow payoff you're looking for. That's for sure. So I don't think that's what we want to take. This is fixing. Nice fixing, too. But I don't think we want it. Yeah, there's a timer now. It's been a while. Yeah, we'll take the Mariner. See what happens. Well, okay. Probably Frostwalla. It's a nice little card, generally. Ephemerate is interesting. It works well with Man of War as well. And Icefang Coatl. Ikite, if we ended up... if we first picked that Djinn, Ikite would be a lot more tempting. Fairy Seer is a nice one-drop, but I think it's probably better in a Ninja deck than in a Snow deck or a White-Blue deck. Yeah, this isn't a great pack. I could also consider starting to take snow-covered lands, but we'll take Frostwalla, I think. He will need snow-covered lands at some point, so... Okay, so Savage Swipe, I think, is pretty good. I also like Scour All Possibilities. I think I'm going to take the Swipe. It does work already with Frostwalla and Man of War, it's worth noting, and it's a nice removal spell. So I think that's where I'll go here. Yeah. So the Cultivator, it's really just here for the get lands in your graveyard deck. Mistblade Shinobi is pretty nice. Works well with Coatl and Man of War, incidentally. Chiller Pillar is okay. The fact that it needs 2 snow mana is kind of a pain. 1 snow mana I can get behind, but 2 snow mana from Monstrosity, it's rough. So I think we'd rather have either Moonblade Shinobi or a snow-covered island, and I'm gonna go with the Shinobi. Force Caterpillar. The Caterpillar is not the snow payoff you're looking for. Tribute Mage, there's just not enough 2-mana artifacts to get with it. This thing is just stupid. I get it. It can untap itself, but I still don't like it. I do like Reign of Revelation, though. The white cards here are okay, but they're not great. So I think we'll take a Reign of Revelation. Ooh, wow, this guy should not still be here. This is, people talk about the bots on Arena um, doing stupid stuff. People sometimes do stupid stuff too because this should not still be here. He's always a 2-for-1, and if you can blink him and bounce him, he's even better because you get the hideaway card every single time into your hand. Worst case scenario, he's a 2-mana 2/1 that gets you a card when it dies. But most of the time, you can get even more than that out of it, and yeah, it's definitely what we're taking. Well, the Oath came back. I mean, it is 2-drop. I mean, I don't hate him. That's also another card that our Savage Swipe works with, by the way. So I think we're looking at Pondering Mage or the Oath. I think the Pondering Mage is just better. Sorry, Oath. Okay, here I think we take a Snow-Covered Island. More than Fin. Yeah, we'll take a Snow-Covered Island. There's a Snow-Covered Swamp. I think Weather the Storm, like as a sideboard card, is interesting. Knight of Old Benalia is really good. It is double white, or or 1 white. But I guess I'll take Weather the Storm as like a wacky sideboard card. I'm not sure green is quite open enough. Blue seems very open with the Watcher for tomorrow. Yeah, here we'll take a Fairy Seer. So I think we could still be blue-white, and it wouldn't be... I mean, losing the Coatl would suck, but it's definitely possible that we end up in blue-white. We'll just have to see. Man, there's no snow-covered land left in here. So if we do end up in blue-white, I do think Answered Prayers is pretty decent. I'm going to take it over. Or I won't. Stupid timers. Okay. I don't know why the timer has like 2 seconds on it right now. That's cool Magic Online. Like, it's not even letting me. It's okay. It wasn't a big pick, obviously enough. But, yeah, I mean, I think maybe taking... the white card there could have been the best thing to do. The first sliver. If we were already in a sliver deck and we had gone through that pack and grabbed like several slivers and we're already like 3 colors, I'd probably try to make it happen. But where we are, it's not going to happen. So pack 1, pick 1. Like I said, maybe you take... I mean, it is tempting to take this and try to make it work. We've got Pyrophobia, which is really good, and I still think our second color is kind of unsettled behind blue. Pyrophobia is probably the best card in this pack. There's another Moonblade Shinobi, a Fairy Seer, Imposter of the Sixth Pride. If we're looking at the white cards. Yeah, not terribly impressive pack. Pyrophobia is definitely the best card. We could still end up in blue-red. Winding Way is okay, but I think I'll take the Pyrophobia. Okay. Ingenious Infiltrator, we could still end up blue-black too, that's for sure. Mother Bear is pretty nice. So is Exclude, though, and I think I'm going to take it. Windcaller, Aven, Savage Swipe, Mother Bear. These are all things I wouldn't mind coming back, but I do like Exclude. Ooh, here's another Watcher. Oh, there's also a Battle Screech, though, you guys. Is Watcher better than Battle Screech? They're 2 of the best uncommons in the set. And I love me some Battle Screech. However, given that it's difficult to flash back if you don't have enough white creatures, I mean, you need to have at least 1 in play plus the 2 bird tokens to flash it back. I think I'd take Watcher for tomorrow here. I think that's just the better plan. Yeah, I love Battle Screech, but taking a blue card that I'm almost certain that I'm going to play, I think is a little bit better than taking a risk there. Okay, Treetop Ambusher is kind of okay. Headless Specters, kind of okay. Another Pondering Mage. There's also a Scour All Possibilities. We could just be mono blue, Yeah, this pack's not a great one. Do I want another Pondering Mage more than a 2-drop? I think so. I mean, it's sort of the same thing where we know we're going to play blue. We're not so sure about other things. Okay, so I think we probably want Mother Bear here. Yeah, I think we want Mother Bear. She's a great 2-drop, makes 2 bodies out of the graveyard. You know, Anurid and Choking Tethers are fine. Glacial Revelation can be, but right now we're not exactly getting there on snow. We have some, obviously, but not a lot. Mother Bear it is. And, okay, probably String of Disappearances. I'm a fan of that card. Bellowing Elk. Also interesting, though I think probably better in the green-white deck. Phantom Ninja, not bad either, but we'll take the card that lets us interact. That's for sure. So, Fairy Seer. Again, another Knight of Old Benalia, which is, I think, pretty good, though our deck doesn't exactly look like it's going to be going wide effectively. I guess we just take Fairy Seer or Snow-Covered Plains. Maybe we just want a Snow-Covered Plains. Yeah, we'll take the Plains. Okay. I kind of like Webweaver Changeling. Does it make the cut over Pondering Mages? I don't know. Probably not. But I think it is what we take here. Not a whole lot of snow in this pack. And you don't really want Arkham's Astrolabe. It's a snow artifact, but you need snow mana to make it. And we're not exactly overflowing with mana here. Take another Fairy Seer. Okay, Splicer's skill is pretty good. That goes into our maybe we should play White Pile. Iceberg Cancrix. Well, multiple Iceberg Cancrixes. Yeah, could be interesting. Yeah, Orcish Hellraiser. I guess we put that in the. Maybe we should play Red Pile. Ooh, late Snow-Covered Forest. Yes, please. Yeah, still not sold on a second color exactly. Blue is where all our best cards are by a pretty wide margin. Ooh. Genesis, yes please. I think that's what we got to take here. Crows and Tusker is really good too, but Genesis can just outvalue your opponent in a hurry. Yeah, it's a pretty easy pick, I think, actually. It does mean we're probably cutting one of these 5s. It's probably going to be Webweaver Changeling, even though it is a kind of card I kind of like. Ooh. Let's look at this pack a little more carefully first. But Ayula, pretty tempting. We do already have Mother Bear, who makes bear tokens. Mother Bear plus Ayula is actually pretty gross because you get 3 bears and they all get these effects that Ayula gives them. So the other things that are here that are worth thinking about are like Magmatic Sinkhole and Blizzard Strix, though I kind of feel like we're kind of set on 5s. So, you know, I think Magmatic Sinkhole is the best card in this pack, probably. But now that we have Genesis, I think we're pretty set into green. And I think I'm going to take Ayula. She's wacky enough. Maybe we should take Blizzard Strix, but let's see if we can get some more bears going. Do I like Twin Silk Spider more than Phantom Ninja? So I think we're pretty much sold on green now as our color. So, Twisted Reflection's interesting, but you kind of have to be able to entwine it for it to be worth playing. So yeah, it's between Phantom Ninja or Twin Silk Spider, neither of which are especially exciting in this, especially in this deck. Yeah, we do not want this rebuild in our deck. I think I like the Spider a little more here. If I was like all over the place with Ninjutsu, I might go the other route, but We're not going to have enough mana to play Icehide Golems. I think you'd need a crazy amount of snow mana for that to be worth it. Treetop Ambusher gives us another 2-power creature for Savage Swipe, which we have a lot of already. Scour All Possibilities is a nice card draw spell. Yeah, so I'm going to go with the Ambusher. Well, how about that? There's like no green in this pack. Joking Tethers is fine. I think that's what we take. I mean, we don't have that many other options. Don't think we have enough snow for Glacial Revelation. Nimble Mongoose won't be that easy to set up in our deck either, so I'll probably just take a Scour. I could take a Snow-Covered Swamp, I guess, but I think I'd rather have an on-color Snowland. And I think we'll be able to pick up at least one more of those. There's a forest, and yeah, that is what we take here. Okay, so the Anurid is interesting, but again, I just think our 5s are probably better than Anurid. Anurid's best in the red-green deck because he gets an artifact, a land into your graveyard. And that deck's also better at getting Threshold than ours will be. Probably another String of Disappearances. Yeah, I think another forest here is probably good. We really only have one snow payoff, but it's a pretty good one. Well, no, we have Frostwalla too, don't we? So we have a few. So, Cancrix. We do have a bunch of those. Yeah, I'll take him. What the hell? Maybe we sideboard into a deck that is interested in that stuff. Snow-Covered Plains, Prohibit, Twisted Reflection. I'll take a Prohibit, I guess. You know, we could sideboard into a mill deck if we want. That wouldn't be weird at all. This deck looks solid. This is pretty much the deck. We're probably gonna have to run Webweaver Changeling or something. We'll see. Yeah, I'll take a swamp here because why not? Okay. I don't think we need to bother playing either of those. It would be nice to play Unsettled Mariner, but we don't have enough fixing. Nowhere near enough fixing. So yeah, so we need to run a 23rd card, and then we're pretty much set. We have 16 creatures, so Webweaver Changeling gaining us 5 sometimes doesn't seem crazy. Prohibit, I just don't think is going to be very good. It's too narrow. Phantasmal Form's interesting. Rebuilds aren't what we're playing. Kind of feels like the Changeling's our best option. Maybe that's just me. No, I think that's good. So in terms of snow permanence, we didn't end up with that many. So getting things going with Coatl in terms of the Death Touch isn't going to be that easy. We have... What did we end up with? We have Frostwalla. That really might be it other than our snow-covered lands. Yeah, we didn't really get there on snow permanence. Oh, yeah. So we have 5. So getting 3 in play isn't going to be easy, but it could happen, you know. More bears would have been nice too, but if we get to just do something wacky with Mother Bear once, I'll be pretty happy. Okay. Add some basic lands. So we've already got 3 forests. So this is putting me at 8 forests and 9 islands. Do I like that plan? It gives us, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blue sources and 8 green sources. Trying Trying to decide if I want to split that differently. We do have a lot of early blue cards. Oh, we don't want Tribute Mage. I'm glad I caught that. That ended up in there. For whatever reason on Magic Online, for the last pick in packs, it was just putting the cards into our deck, which is really weird. So, yeah, we need to add another card now. And it's probably Choking Tethers. So, more islands seems wise. We do have a lot of early green cards, but it seems like we have even more early blue cards. So, yeah, I think I cut a forest and add an island. That might make Webweaver Changeling a little tricky to cast, but you really only usually want to cast it super late anyway, I feel like. Yeah. Ooh, Webweaver Changeling does work with Ayula. I did not actually do that on purpose, but I'm glad I did that. I wish there were more Changelings in green so that you could like build around Ayula more, but there are not. This is the only one. All right. Let us play. See what happens. Gonna be some wacky stuff going on. Well, that's a pretty good hand. I mean, our Coatl is not going to get to be crazy with snow, but it's still 2 mana, 1/1 with flying and flash that draws me a card, which is pretty good. It's miles better than Elvish Visionary, you know? Oh yeah, my old hotkeys. It's been a while. Muscle memory. All right, so end their turn. We have the luxury of flashing in the Coatl at the end of their turn. I think one problem our deck might have is that I'm not convinced that we have like a good win condition. So, but we'll see. Ooh, we're going to get to do the Moonblade Shinobi Icefang Coatl thing right away. That's definitely what we're doing, because I am greedy. It's definitely worth it. I mean, have I ever done ninjutsu on Magic Online? Okay, easy enough. I was a little worried something crazy might happen. That's pretty sweet. We get to replay it and draw the card again. I don't know what they're doing with Amorphous Axe. Something wacky, I'm sure. That's what this format's about. It's about being wacky. Okay. All right, so I think we go ahead and attack with both our guys here. If he doesn't block the Shinobi, we get another 1/1 flyer. So yeah, I was gonna say he doesn't have a good block, so he may just not block it. All right, so we replay Coatl. There's a snow-covered forest. That's nice, and we'll play Mother Bear. I think we may just run over our opponent here. Yeah, that was quick. So, yeah, I mean, I think our basic strategy is just that our deck has a bunch of 2-for-1s in it. We don't have like an amazing huge creature to win the game late. I mean, Genesis can do that. But yeah, I mean, I think that's basically our strategy. Stuff that gives us 2 cards worth of value for 1 card. Yeah, I don't think we change anything. I think we're good. Let's just get that hand again, where we get to do the wacky ninjutsu with Icefang Coatl in play. Okay, this is keepable. We got, if we draw our Coatl, it's actually going to have Death Touch because we got 3 forests in our hand somehow. Snow-covered forests, specifically. I wonder if Ayula is just going to draw removal. Like, people are like, uh-oh. They're going to go off with their bears. Yeah, so... She is the queen among bears. Look out. It's annoying that it's showing me the storm count just because I have the life gain spell in my sideboard. I don't want to see this, okay? I don't need to be reminded about storm existing. Ooh. That's going to smash me in the face. But then it's going to go away. Then we can exclude it next turn. That's yet another 2-for-1. We like our 2-for-1s. It is cool that that one can be cycled. That's a really cool design. Viashinos have been around for a long time with that basic ability of haste, but it has to return to your hand at the end of your turn. And adding cycling to it is awesome. Yeah, they did a cool job designing things in a familiar way that we've all seen if you've played Magic for a long time, but by adding a little something extra to them. Frequently by adding 1 or 2 mechanics to a card. So yeah, we can exclude if that's their plan again. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Excluded. All right. Probably play the Seeker now, but first we attack for 2. Yeah, so Watcher for tomorrow, not Seeker for tomorrow. You know what I mean. So good. I'm glad we got 2 of that guy. Tell you what. So what do we want to put under him? Oh, that is a good question. Savage Swipe is nice. Mother Bear is really nice. I think I go with Mother Bear because I'm greedy and I want to do some Ayula stuff. Now, there's a chance that the guy just never dies. Certainly. Our deck doesn't have really great ways of returning him to our hand. You need a lot of ninjas to do that or blink spells. So we're not going to be able to abuse him as much. He's mostly just going to give us a 2-for-1 a lot of the time. But I think we take the Mother Bear. So I think we want to go... Oh, yeah. Okay. There we go. All right. Works for me. We may Choking Tether something at the end of their turn. We get to play Pondering Mage next, which will actually shuffle our library, and it won't really matter that what we put on the bottom. So that's kind of nice, too. Actually, you don't have to shuffle your library with it, but we can if we want to, is my point. Okay, so should I just cycle Choking Tethers and tap that? Probably. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. All right, so we're going to attack for 4 and then play Pondering Mage. Do we really want any of these cards, honestly? Oh, I guess the Changeling is good right now. So, I guess so. A bounce spell is going to be good too. So, yeah, I think we go Scour, String, Changeling. No, I don't want to shuffle my library. Thank you, though. So yeah, the Changeling can come into play and either get a +1/+1 counter or fight something. Both of which are pretty nice on a 3/5. He's not going to gain us the life, but he counts as a bear right now, and that's what matters. I'm curious what they have going on over there. Okay, so I think we play our Web Weaver. Target bear you control fights target creature you don't control. Choose target bear you control. Web Weaver Changeling. Choose target creature you don't control. Blade back sliver. All right. Things are going pretty well for us so far, I'd say. Yeah, I can... another thing that might be interesting and probably better than stringing my own Watcher, which is cool and all, is I can return Web Weaver Changeling and fight again. And that might just be better. It'll depend on what they do on their turn. If they just play a creature I can kill with Web Weaver Changeling's ability, then I think that's probably what I do. But they're killing something. Okay. Could have bounced it, but I don't think we really need to at this point. You know, I played Magic Online for so long, like 5-6 years on a super regular basis, that it doesn't really, I mean, it's definitely different, and I think Arena's better in interface wise, but it doesn't really feel like I ever stepped away. It's like riding a bike, I guess. I don't know. Oh, man. I could have bounced it there too, but I think we're all right. I'm going to actually cast Reign of Revelation right now. Yeah, so we'll discard this. Attack them for 4. Then we'll play Frostwalla. Yeah, at least, yeah. Yep. Okay. What are you talking about overloading? This doesn't have overload. You might be thinking of the rare that can like exile everything. All right. I guess we can start inputting stats here. No, yeah. We will after this draft. Okay. That worked pretty well there. See if we can continue to work well. Yeah, there's a rare overload exile spell, but that's the one. The one they played against me is 4 generic and a white to exile a creature your opponent controls, and then you can also, if you want to, exile a creature you control until end of turn, basically. So I would like to play first. I would not like to. You know what? Fairy Seer might make this hand keepable. I'm gonna do it. This is a good experiment, you know. I think Fairy Seer makes this hand keepable. Like, if we don't see lands on top of our library, we get rid of them. You know, this hand is good if we can just hit really just one land. We're kind of in business. So, nice. Now, we would kind of like for there to be a forest. I think I can consider putting an island on the bottom. But an island does get exclude online, so... Thank you for the follow, Katandros. Am I going to regret this? There's a good chance I will. I guess I should... I mean, I should be happy I can curve out, because I will. I'll go Fairy Seer, Watcher, exclude. So I think I need to accept that. I mean, that's, I think, a reasonable start to our game. Although, we're going to play the Watcher, and then he's going to move one of those islands, so it actually doesn't matter. I didn't need to really think about the second draw there. Yeah, I didn't get any cycling lands. I'm jealous. All right, Fairy Seer. 20 turn clock. Here we go. Watcher for tomorrow. Okay. Well, Savage Swipe, Mother Bear, Twin Silk Spider. Could put the island. Just be if there was a forest, I probably would have put it under him and just started attacking with him. But there's not. These options are all fine, but not exciting. I mean, Savage Swipe will probably be the most useful down the road, so sure. And then we put Mother Bear, Twin Silk Spider, Island. Okay. Hey, how's that for lucky? Okay, we attack with both our guys. If they want to trade for the Watcher, we're all about that. Yeah. So, do we just leave up Exclude here, or do we play Frostwalla? So the danger in leaving up a counterspell, of course, as usual, is that our opponent may just not play something we can counter. And if they do that, we take a huge tempo hit. If they play something that we can't counter, and that's always a downside. I think it's probably just going to be better to play Frostwalla here. We can pump him even. Yeah. We'll go with Frostwalla. Maybe, we'll exclude at some point. Okay. You don't have Snow Mana untapped. Alright, so I think I attack with everything. Oh, actually, they can have Snow Mana untapped if they want to, but I think if they kill our Watcher, I can, of course, also use String of Disappearances to mess all of this up for them. So, yeah, I think we attack with everything. Yeah. So she can untap a snow permanent, and then they can use Snow Mana if they want to. Do they want to? Okay, so I think I go ahead and cast String of Disappearances. Ooh, I should have waited actually, but now I've sort of telegraphed the fact that I'm going to do this. I could also just let my Watcher die. And then get the Savage Swipe. Yeah, all right. We'll let them untap it. All right. So I think I'm going to go ahead and String of Disappearances on the Frostwalla. They don't have mana available to do anything. Then I think we just hit them for 3 because then we can play something else, which I think is Ayula. Mother Bear's near the bottom of our library, sadly. He's back. Alright, so I think maybe this time I just attack with my Frostwalla and my Fairy Seer. Leave my Watcher back. Yeah, so I think we attack with Frostwalla and Fairy Seer. Then we leave up Exclude this turn, I think. The Ambusher at some point might come in handy. So we're going to trade Frostwallas. Works for me. They go to 12. We hold up exclude, which should allow everybody to rumble next turn, I think, especially with Treetop Ambushers help, especially if they're going to try to play a creature here. And exclude here is big, yeah, and that's definitely what we do. All right. Okay, that's annoying. But I do think we can dash in with our Ambusher and attack with everything. We're going to pump Ayula with the Treetop Ambusher's ability, so that killing it... it can't die in combat is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so they'll kill that. They take 6. They do get to have bears come back from their graveyard. I'm pretty jealous. But I think that's okay. We do have them on a 6-turn clock just with our fairies here. We could use some card draw, though, because our opponent still has a lot of gas left, and we're pretty much out of it. I was worried they were going to do something more scary than that. I'm glad they didn't. I'm considering just attacking with everything again. I think we do. I mean, it's going to suck to lose Ayula, but let's be real. We have 2 cards in our deck that do stuff with her, so we can't count on getting those. She's basically just a 2-mana 2/2. A bear, you know? Right. So, play another Watcher. Scour all possibilities. Not really any other good options there. Thanks for putting all those lands on the bottom, though, buddy. So I could use Savage Swipe now to kill the Rime Tender. But is that worth it? I think it's probably worth it. It would definitely be better to attack first, but I think based on the fact that they made their bears last turn, they don't really have anything else they can do, and they need Rime Tender's help if they do want to do anything. So let's go ahead and just kill it. All right. I mean, it's obviously better to, you know, we would have had lethal basically if what we'd done instead was did that on our own turn, but I think they're in trouble mana-wise, and I think taking away Rime Tender is probably a good call. Well, that does shut down my Fairy Seer. Okay, so we do attack with our Watcher, though. I mean, it's still a 2-for-1 trade here, and Scour all possibilities can find us some action in a hurry, so... Because they did use a whole card to make that guy. They didn't buy back it, you know. Bottom. Top. Sadly, we can't play him this turn. But I think that's the right move either way. Can't flashback yet either. All right. Good to keep that in mind. That's in our graveyard, though. I was going to say, are they going to attack us? That would be crazy. Okay. The cool thing about Genesis is, even if they counter it, it's great. So I think we just play Genesis, even into open mana. In fact, if they counter it, it might just be better. So either way, we play Genesis here. He's a 4/4, and then later on we can just start using on an upkeep, pay 3 mana to return whatever creature from our graveyard we want. And that's pretty sweet. Sup, Chiller Pillar. Chiller Pillar. Alright, so I think we attack with our Genesis now. Question is whether they chump block it and then try to use Monstrosity on this, but that seems dangerous to me. I think they should. It's a hard choice against Genesis. If they double block it, yeah. So they're just going to take it, which is a tough decision, but one that I think is understandable. So now we'll play Pondering Mage. Yeah, we get there. Okay. Yeah, we don't have much of a sideboard. Like I said, we can side into a wacky mill deck, but you know how I feel about mill decks in Limited. Oh my. This is the bear hand right here. Or the bear claw, I guess. Now I want to donut. But yeah, this is a good hand with all the bear synergy we could ever ask for. Chances are we'll just make Mother Bear a 3/3, but they might do something that makes us want to fight their creature. Like if there's like a 1/2 in play, we would fight their creature. But I kind of feel like if my creature can't survive the fight, oh man, that is kind of unfortunate. We've been getting to play ours. We haven't had to deal with someone playing theirs yet. So now we can get that side of the equation. Yeah, so we play Ayula here. I mean, I think sometimes fighting and just having Mother Bear die would be worth it, but certainly not against Watcher for Tomorrow. Yeah, Patient Rebuilding, there are good mill decks. They're just not always easy to make. Interesting. So I think what I do here is go Savage Swipe, kill their bear. The Queen Among Bears has ordered the execution of that one, I guess. Attack for 4. Then I think we play Mother Bear as a 3/3. Would have sucked if they had String of Disappearances there, I just realized. But hey, they didn't. That is a bear turn right there. Put 2+1/+1 counters on target bear. Who wants the counters more? I'll put them on Mother Bear, I think. If Mother Bear ever dies, this ability is going to be stupid. So, yeah. If Ayula is still in play, that's the important qualifier, I suppose. All right, so I think we attack with Mother Bear here. They can double block and kill her, but I think I'm okay with that. They do get back Watcher for Tomorrow, but they're still losing Chiller Pillar, so I think or they'll just take 4. Okay. Do I leave mana up for Exclude or play Frostwalla? That is the question here. And it's a good one. Normally, I don't think I'd want to leave up Exclude, but I feel like my opponent always plays creatures, like every turn. Like this match, I mean, that's what it feels like. Yeah. I think I play Frostwalla. I think that's the right thing to do generally. I mean, I just think you want to Yeah, you want to play something if you can. Then when you can't, you can exclude and be pretty happy about it, I think. I have 5 mana over there. Here comes a creature that I could have countered. Oh, or just that. No big deal. Okay, well, how about that? So I think we play our Changeling and fight the Chiller Pillar. The other option is that we just attack here with Mother Bear and Frostwalla. They can't exactly come up with great blocks for either of them. And then I could leave up Exclude, and then later I can play the Changeling. I think attacking here is really good, especially because I can also just get these bears back and have 2 triggers. So I think we go for the attack first here and see what happens, because there aren't good blocks, especially good blocks anyway. And, yeah. We can always just get stuff back from our graveyard if we want to. Yeah, so, alright. So I think I actually just pump Frostwalla to kill both of these. This is going to die. And then leave up Exclude this turn. Although, you know, I think that's reasonable. I think that's reasonable. So those both die. Mother Bear does not die. And now we leave up Exclude, and then we can play Webweaver Changeling next turn. Oh, you know what's not good? I guess it only becomes, what, a 5/5? No big deal. Yeah, I probably should have considered the fact that they can use Monstrosity potentially, which makes our Exclude look really bad. So, yeah, let's hope that they can't, but all they need is a land. If they decide to just Monstrosity here, that's what they're doing. Oh, no, it's not. Thank God. We get to Exclude again. If I were them, I probably would have Monstrosity just because they know I have counter magic, and right now that knowledge is pretty valuable. Okay, so I think this basically seals the game for us. We go Webweaver Changeling, fight the Chiller Pillar. We're going to fight using Webweaver Changeling. Yeah, we got there. Ayula for the win. Deck's playing pretty well so far, and Ayula has played a much larger role than I expected, let's say. We're at least breaking even now. We get the play points back. See if we can get a trophy on our first draft of this format. As we enter into our last match, everybody think about whether you want to see War of the Spark for the rest of today's stream or some more of this, because it's up to you guys, really, after this first one. So, yeah. Vote, if you will. Because, yeah, I mean, you want to see War of the Spark, Zach? Okay. We do have a draft to finish over there on Arena. And yeah, I mean, I'm planning on doing one of these a day for at least the next week or so. And then after that, doing whatever people want me to do. Whether they are excited to see more of this or War of the Spark. That is not a good hand. Yeah, we've been pretty lucky with the Queen, to be honest. This is another hand where if we had an island, I think Fairy Seer would have made it a keep. Alright, so let's mulligan. Alright, this is good, this is good. We got a 2-drop. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's pretty good with Watcher for tomorrow. We have lots of 2-power creatures. We need to draw another one of those bear hands is what we need, though. If I can sort of avoid playing a snow-covered forest, I guess that withholds a little bit of information from our opponent. Admittedly, not a lot. This is an interesting card. I'm curious to see how it performs right here. It looks to me like probably what's going to happen is we'll kill it with Savage Swipe next turn, even if they play a creature, because it'll make him a 4/3. Dang, sorry you're in the hospital, man. I've unfortunately, not for myself, but for people close to me over the last 5 years of my life, I spent a lot of time in hospitals. Actually, one of them was for myself. I had my gallbladder out, but obviously not very serious. None of these things. I guess a Pondering Mage, like really late, like when this dies, potentially could be pretty nice. It's probably the best card here, so we'll just do that. And then put these on the bottom. Put those on the bottom. I didn't go to the hospital for when my cat attacked me, okay? I went to a minor care. It's a little bit different. And for the full context, because that makes my cat sound like a demon. My cat hurt me because we were at my fiance's house during a tornado watch, as we often do. And interesting, Cabal Therapist. That should be interesting. And oh, now we can't kill it. That got big in a hurry. And there are dogs at my fiance's parents' house, and the dogs managed to get the door open to the room that she was, we thought, secure in, and they tried to kill her basically. And we rescued her, but she was in survival mode, and she tore up both me and my fiance, and we had to get like antibiotics and tetanus shots, and it was bad. Like, I didn't know cat bites were so bad, but apparently they are. Okay, so that Gluttonous Slug is not my friend, but I do think we go Savage Swipe, kill Mother Bear, and then I think we attack with our Watcher. We're not going to be able to block with one creature anyway, and if they want to kill our Watcher here, well, we're okay with that too. The fact that Mother Bear comes back from the graveyard, or makes, or her babies do anyway, is pretty annoying. Also, not having anything to do with my mana right here is pretty annoying, but what are you going to do? Winding Way. Yeah, get well soon, Zach. Were you just going to race here? We are just going to race here. What did they reveal with Winding Way? Carrion Feeder. Okay. Well, there's another Pondering Mage. This time we get to leave up Exclude. Again, I mean, there's no point not attacking because these guys have Menace, so yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good thing to exclude. I was kind of worried they were going to play Carrion Feeder, which wouldn't have felt so good. I mean, it still would have been pretty good, but countering a 5-mana spell is far, far better. Okay, so I think we play the Mage here. We can play a second creature, and we'll actually be able to block now. That might be worthwhile, too. So I think here we play our Mage, and we don't attack this turn. Do we want another creature? I kind of feel like we don't have the time for Reign of Revelation right now, and yeah, so I think I might just shuffle my library, honestly. None of these things seem that good to me. I feel like we can do better. So yeah, we're gonna shuffle. Of course, we draw a Snow-Covered Forest. That's always a risk when you do that, because at least I was going to draw a spell, right? But, it's whatever. I just feel like there's too much pressure for, Frostwalla to be especially good. We do have a Snow-Covered Forest. Okay. Uh-oh. Now we take 5. We can't do anything about it. Menace. Hey, shuffled that away. That was the goal, and then yeah, okay. All right, so we're in trouble here. This is the first time really today we have been. So we're gonna cast the rain because we can cast Mother Bear anyway. Who is not especially useful right here? We do have 2 snow permanents. I feel like Treetop Ambusher is probably not especially useful. Alright, then we're going to play Mother Bear. We could play the Coatl. Yeah, I think we play Mother Bear. The draft went pretty well. We're 2-0 going into the final match. Thanks for the bits. They're loading their graveyard up like a fiend. All right, so okay, they're almost too hellbent, by the way. Okay, so I think we might just be dead. They have 2 creatures with menace, right? Right now, we don't want these. We need removal, mostly. Yeah. So we can flash in the Coatl as a surprise here, which could be useful, but I think we're probably still dead. I'm guessing. Yeah, we have a pretty sweet blue-green deck. We didn't end up as snowy as you might expect. We just ended up with the deck loaded up with 2-for-1s, and that has done pretty well for us so far. Ah, okay. There's a chance they have a combat trick here, but it seems unlikely. They're going to play one now. Okay. I mean, my earliest first impressions are that it's pretty fun. Oh, that's not, though. This opponent's going to get us. I expected this format to be really sweet. Just, from looking at the cards, making my archetype guide. It just seems unique and fun. All right, so what do we got here? What's our top card? It's an island. All right. Does that mean we're dead? Have to double block both of those to not be dead. So we're dead. We haven't even lost a game yet today, man. I don't want to lose game. Okay, so they're a really aggressive deck. Not something we've dealt with yet today. Prohibit does get to be a little better against a deck like this one. But I don't think it's enough better. Weather the Storm could be interesting. But probably not. Yeah, the sweetest thing we have going on for those that have just tuned in are Genesis, which we haven't really gone off with. Icefang Coatl, which we did get to use Moonblade Shinobi with once, which was sweet. And we've also, Ayula has been surprisingly good, despite the fact that we only have a Mother Bear and a Webweaver Changeling that trigger off of her. She has carried more than we expected her to. So yeah, it's a sweet deck. I haven't gotten to play Mana War at all. What's that about? I would like to play first. Okay, well here's another wacky bear hand that got really lucky. I guess I'll play the island. I mean, I highly doubt we want to bounce anything, but if we can set up, if there's something we want to bounce, we can. Like, I wouldn't have bounced Cabal Therapist, for example. Why would I bother? Okay. Ayula is the queen among bears, so look out. Oh, yeah, we're killing that guy with Mother Bear with a fight here, for sure. He gets to be pretty wacky, especially if they have a bunch of changelings. So, Mother Bear. Kill Cordial Vampire. No, Deckmaster does not. Well, as far as I know, it doesn't. I didn't boot it up, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't because Yeah. All right. So having these strings is pretty great. It can set us up for some wackiness. Like bouncing. If I had more blue mana, I could bounce my own Mother Bear, play it again, fight, etc. I may just go ahead and bounce this Mother Bear. I think I do. Goodbye. Alright, so now I think I scour all possibilities. Ooh, man, we have been lucky with Ayula, haven't we? I don't know if we've drawn a Webweaver Changeling when it hasn't mattered that it can be a bear. You know what I mean? I think I forgot about scour all possibilities in an earlier game, didn't I? Maybe we won before it would have mattered, but I kind of think I forgot. This is going to be a nasty one. Ayula is probably going to get things going. Yeah, most of the cards we've played, all the cards we've played in this game are new. They're not reprints so far, so it makes sense to not... Oh, okay, well, now we get some sick value out of another string. We get a 2-for-1. So I could just play Webweaver Changeling and make it huge here. That's definitely worth considering. I do sort of feel like fighting with it is going to be more useful, though. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to scour all possibilities from my graveyard. Yeah, okay. I think we'll take both of these, but I think we want the Savage Swipe first. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's cool art for sure. How's the overlay looking for Magic Online? Obviously, it was not designed for it. No, I feel like it's looking all right. Oh, we get to just kill him, which is pretty great. Yeah, that's... So we go Savage Swipe. Oh, Shiza. I forgot he could do that at instant speed. No! That may have just lost us the game because... Oh my god. That was dumb. Yay for punting. Me dumb. God, Ayula was pretty crucial to our plans here. Well, we're in trouble now, especially because Yawgmoth stays alive and he does some nasty things. So, yeah, I guess we play our Changeling. I'm sad about that punt. There was no good way for me to use it. I guess killing the Therapist, that wasn't even that good either, though. Yeah, we just F'd that. F'd that up. I was so excited. I was like, oh, good, he's only got 4 toughness. I can kill him right away. Yeah. No, you can't. Now they have a Squirrel Nest. What do they need a Squirrel Nest for? So Yawgmoth is nasty with Putrid Goblin. Okay, put on the bottom, put on the top. I think maybe we hold on to Treetop Ambusher for... Misplays do happen, especially in new formats. We're going to cast this with Dash. Maybe we can draw them into something. Nah, they're not going to. But it doesn't really hurt to do. It's the only card in our hand. So I thought, you know, may as well see if we can get them to do something. Yeah, it does block the cards in deck and hand. That's true. And yeah, it's not the most important information a lot of the time, but I mean, I guess cards in hand's kind of important. Do they discard a card and get a zombie? They probably do, yeah. They got a good Yawgmoth deck because they can sacrifice multiple things to him. Alright, so we're going to attack. We're going to attack with, yeah, so they're going to make a squirrel, then sacrifice it to Yawgmoth probably. They do still take 1 damage, but obviously that's much better than the alternative. Yeah, they're going off with Yawgmoth for sure, and it is not pretty. Yeah, we'll just hardcast this Ambusher. See what we can do. Don't imagine. I mean, the thing is, like, the misplay I made was bad. Ayula might have given us a chance when she would have potentially when we played the Changeling, but I had no good way to kill Yawgmoth anyway. Like, we were kind of screwed. We would still have Ayula in play, which would have mattered certainly. Webweaver Changeling would have been bigger, etc. But I think Yawgmoth just beats us here. I think, you know, in the comments on my top 10 bombs video, I didn't have Yawgmoth, and I had him sort of at number 11, but he probably should have made the list. So, yeah. So we're just going to play our Watcher here. We're sort of waiting out things. We don't have, I guess, another bounce spell, but we already played both our Strings of Disappearance, so I don't think that matters too much. They're going to kill him, so we can't hide away. Does put them at 7, though. Of course, they get to scry. This seems like a losing battle, doesn't it? Wow, you have to do it, huh? That's interesting. We're not going to get back whatever we put under it, so... Yeah, okay. Pretty soon I'll probably just scoop, and so we can move on to War of the Spark. That seems to be what most people want to see for our second draft of the day. That thing messed us up in game 1, didn't it? Yeah, it's going to get bigger already. It is a pretty sweet card. Cool design. Evolve had never appeared on a black card before, I'm fairly sure, so... Good God. That's what I have to say. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and block here, and I'm also going to go ahead and block here and see what happens. Obviously they can use abilities and whatnot to, yeah. I think it's pretty fun. I thought it was really fun on paper, and this first draft was pretty fun. I mean, it's always fun when things go well for you, you know. Yeah, so they put the counter there. That's fine with me. Their board state is scary. Yeah, I was going to say, at some point we're going to blank on a draw. So far we've just drawn real cards, and that's not going to last. Some sweet squirrel art. Jumping right out of that nest. I think this is actually the original art for... Yeah, it is. Maybe not original. It might be an older card, but from the more recent printing of it. Yeah, at some point they're just going to be able to start rumbling. I mean, they're kind of already there. So I'm going to block with my Mother Bear here on their zombie. My Webweaver will block that. And then we'll take 2. Our deck doesn't have a lot of humans in it, weirdly. We have Watcher for tomorrow. We also have we have a Ninja who's a human, I think. Unless he's a Vidalcan or something. Some of the ninjas in this set are. Another squirrel. We just got to get him to use that ability so much that they die, right? I mean, where's Mindslaver when you need it? So they're going to take down my Webweaver Changeling. Oh, no, they're not. Now they can proliferate. Yeah, that's nasty. Nasty. Okay. Down to 4. Can we do 4 damage somehow? That would be nice, but I don't think so. That is helpful, though. I think we play it instead of using Mother Bear's graveyard ability. Okay, I think the Coatl maybe gives us our best. I mean, Exclude at this point doesn't make much of a difference. We could also just shuffle, but I guess we go Forest, Exclude. No. So we can actually play the Coatl right away, which is good. We only have 1 Snowland, so it can't trade for everything, but drawing a card seems pretty good. This is what I get for not putting him on my top 10 bombs list. Someone proving to me that he should have been. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they're getting to where they could just kill me. If only we had a burn spell, you know? Where's Hurricane when we need it? So, what now? Winding Way. I doubt we're going to get to deck them before they kill us, but, you know, who knows? They have 11 cards left. I think I'm going to play this out just because there are a few ways we could get out of it. The bad news is all our flyers are small, so it just dies immediately to Yawgmoth. Now they can proliferate. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. It's cool seeing Yawgmoth in action, too. Here's one of our humans, by the way. They forgot to proliferate their own slug. One thing to keep in mind about this set is there are -1/-1 counters in some of your creatures, and you do not want to accidentally click on those. Just FYI. You know, in War of the Spark, the counters are all good, basically, so you don't have to worry about that. All right, so I'm going to flash my Coatl in. They are 2 lives, so it's not like they can use that ability. They can use it 2 more times. So we can potentially cause them some problems. The annoying thing is we're going to draw Exclude right now, which I'm not very happy about. And then we're going to draw land. So, you know, that might be a problem. I probably won't make a What I Got Wrong video for Modern Horizons since it's, you know, a special release or whatever they call it these days. So I'll block both of those and take the rest. Yeah. I guess if I kept the Coatl in play, they would have basically been forced to... yeah, I think we're dead because we know we're drawing a land, so yeah, we're done. That's okay though. We went 2-1 here, which is, you know, enough to make back your play point entry fee, so that's good.